Hello and welcome back to the Space Survival Adventure with Dave. I've did it and finally made the space station that's between the Earth and the Moon. It's finally here, so let me cue in the time lapse for you guys. So here is the final product of the space station. It is on a orange, black and white kind of color scheme. And you'll see that this is the main station, the control room, as you can call it. And it has a little bit of a face to it. Some decoys, an antenna on the very top. As you see here, it's an antenna dish. Some turrets covered up with some steel plates or steel blocks. And we talked about the bottom already before, where we have the hydrogen tanks, large cargos, and our rotating, not very functional solar panel. And of course, we also have the intersection piece of it to the garage or the docking station. And that is also designed in the same color scheme with the black, orange, and white. And the docking port and everything else. So nothing really changed in the inside, as you'll see here. You can connect two small grid vehicles or ships here. It has the oxygen tanks there, and you have the entryway throughout the system or throughout the space base. So everything is pressurized, as you see here. So opening of the hangar doors, the gates here, and any other doors will create non-pressurization. But everything is pressurized, so it works out pretty well. So let me show you this main control area inside. Alright, so from the inside, first thing you probably will notice is this big screen here. Unfortunately, it's not HD. It's more your standard definition 3x3 LCD screen. I was planning to put the 5x3 LCD screen here that is part of the Sparks of the Future DLC pack, but it was going to be too long, so I just left it as this. So this is kind of like the theater system in the control room. Right now, it's not playing any videos, it's just rotating posters on the LCD screen. But in order to enjoy it, we can sit back, relax on these couches, as you see here. Here's the sleeping areas or the beds that we have here. So we have 4, and of course our camera person for a time lapse is taking a nap right here. And of course we put the armory and stuff here as well. So the cool part about this TV or entertainment system, I did put some speakers here. Not very functional right now, but they are here with a bit of a design. And this area itself is also pressurized, just like the garage and the docking station, but they're all kind of connected. So if you open all the doors from here and the garage and have the hangars open, then it's going to be unpressurized. But since things are closed, we are pressurized. Alright, so the other aspect of the control room, of course, we have a cargo container here just to access some items if we need to. And it's all, again, has the air vents, and it connects upstairs to, as you saw before, the turrets. And we left the control panel right in the middle, in the center, and we have a lot more other things going on too. So on this side here, you'll see a little bit of a door. This door will unpressurize things, but this is my kind of secret getaway door if needed. So basically, if I didn't need to go outside of this door because something's happening outside, I can easily just open this door and just jump out and go into space from here. So it's an easy, quick access doorway instead of having to run towards the garage just to get out or in to the space station. Why did I put it here? It was probably easier to design it by putting a door down here rather than like on the sides of the space station to open another door. So it's not that great looking, but it kind of is functional, so it's not too bad. But in terms of this station here, we have a conference room table, some medical equipment that doesn't really do much really, and of course we have an ATM machine and our vending machine for, of course, our clan cola and cosmic coffee. And if you notice, I am jumping around a little bit because we have this nifty thing called the gravity generator. So the gravity generator, let's see what I did to it. So I put it very low, so it's about 0.26 G's of gravity. As you also see here, A gravity, 0.26 on the bottom here. And it just gives me the ability just to jump a little bit and float. So that just helped a little bit, but it doesn't really do too much in terms of like wasting too much of my hydrogen for my jetpack and things like that. Very importantly, we do have a medical station or medical room here, so we can always recharge up, change skins, and also a store if we ever need to put anything in storage to sell. If we have another person here who would actually buy, but unfortunately there's nobody here but myself, so I'm just gonna be selling and buying my own products basically. And of course the chilling spot is going to be this here, where we can get some food, kitchen with the kitchen here, and also the cool thing from the Sparks of the Future pack, you have the little bar section here, and it includes a bit of a sink, which looks pretty damn cool. So yeah, so that's the inside of the station. Everything's lit up with these light posts up here. It looks like I did miss one light, but it's still pretty bright in here. And oh yeah, don't forget the area to kind of wash up and, you know, do your duties basically. So I put a bathroom area and a shower kind of together just to make it more compact and for more privacy. So here is the shower itself. So once you walk in like this, you won't be able to see anybody going in the shower, and you won't be able to see anybody in the toilet or on the toilet. I wouldn't be in the toilet, but on the toilet in this case here. So if you were on the side, you can't see anything. You can't see anything from in this hallway as well. So it just gives it a bit of privacy. So there is 4 beds, but only 2 restroom shower areas. So that is pretty much all there is to this base. It's not so very fancy looking, but it's doable. It looks decent. The color scheme, I probably could have chose a different color scheme, but I'll try and give it a shot and do something with orange as the main color. So let's step outside really quick. As you saw some of the outside items, so I want to talk about it really quick, is the turrets. So the turrets I placed out here so that it's kind of spread out, but not too spread out. And it's actually 2 layers of a roof or ceiling. So generally it is another layer right below it. So show you the layer, it's going to look like this. So everything is connected to a conveyor junction with this conveyor tubes from downstairs with those 2 columns that you saw. And that's how it's kind of like connected to the turrets. So let me put that back really quick. Kind of double layered, so if it does break or get destroyed by other ships, it should be okay to rebuild fairly easily, so it doesn't damage the inside part of the control room or the space station. Of course, outside does have the turrets too, which was explained in the previous episode. Alright, so I did add a antenna dish here. Doesn't really serve much purposes right now. I think it's all for broadcasting, not even broadcasting to be honest, but it's just for aesthetic design where I angled it and rotated to make it look like a bit of a movement. But lastly, I did add what they call a decoy. So a decoy draws fire from enemy AI control turrets to distract them from more important targets, which was perfect in case I do get attacked. The turrets from the other or enemy ship will aim for this decoy and not my turrets, which would be okay. So then we can take it down before we do get damaged. Unfortunately, I didn't really think it through, so if we are getting attacked at an angle, I think our solar panel is going to be our first things to go, to be honest. Especially if it's some missiles and it doesn't hit this directly, and if I can't defend the missiles, these are definitely going to get hit. But, you know, we can always prevent that by making our turrets attack missiles too. So maybe I should just look at my turrets and make sure they all can fire at missiles, which is here on. And we could probably increase the range to 800, so it's not going to be the most accurate thing in the world when it hits at 800 meters, but it starts its shooting power, and it can help destroy a ship or prevent a ship from being too damaged. So yeah, that's the space station. Unfortunately, it did take 3 videos just to really fix it up and put it together. I did it as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, no plans whatsoever were kind of like drawn out or anything like that, so I just did it as we went. So it's a decent design. Color scheme could probably use some work, to be honest, but hey, it's not too bad of a space station. It's functional, and you can do a decent amount with it. Alright, so other than that, I've been looking at the ship and flying it around because I was trying to take some screenshots, things like that, outside of the connection. And I did realize something, and that we don't have a lot of propulsion going downwards. So that's an issue on our ship that needs to be addressed. So I need a lot more hydrogen thrusters to go downwards, so I can, like, you know, fly more easily. So we have the big thrusters going upwards, forward and backwards, and a whole bunch of small thrusters going left and right. But we have only like 1 hydrogen thruster going downwards for some reason. So we need to fix this somehow and add more. So let's see what we can do about this, to be honest. So I think if we add one maybe here by connecting some kind of junction. Yeah, we can connect two conveyor junctions up here to add 1. We do have to get rid of that as a design because that's gonna fry right off, and That was a little too much. So we can probably add one here too, if we can find some kind of connection to a conveyor. And I don't see how we can possibly do that. Let's see what's in the inside here, which is the ship itself. Nothing we can really do about this unless we connect it from this conveyor here. So that's gonna look a little bit odd, but it's probably gonna have to be done that way. So let me close this up and get rid of, maybe not that right now. Get rid of this block here and this block. And then we can connect the connectors. But first, this thing, yeah, this is gonna be held. That's fine. Remove this. And now we can add our conveyor junctions. Probably gonna make it the dark color. Let me get some mats. Alright, so we're gonna connect it here, 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 here. And we shall add one over here and here. So that way we can put a thruster right on top. So we'll throw the hydrogen thruster right over here. And let me see what we can do about this one too. So here we're just gonna add another conveyor junction there and here, and then add the small hydrogen thruster. So we have that. And if we needed more, I think I'll just add it right here, to be honest, because these are a little bit of a connectors from the thruster itself. So we're gonna put it here, here, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thrusters downwards, and I'm gonna have another 5 on the other side. So that's gonna be a total of 10. So I think that might be more than enough for downward thrusting, but if not, I gotta figure out something for downward thrusting. But I think it is more than enough, so I'm gonna have to get this done on both sides really quick and weld them up. Alright, we are all set, and now we have 5 thrusters going downwards on both sides, so that's 10 total. I just need to put them and set them up really quickly, and we should move on from there. Alright, so that should do it. 10 more thrusters going downwards. It should help us a little bit more in terms of going down or flying down or downwards based on what I've experienced before. So let's maybe check it out. Alright, so if we have everything on, we undock and we go upwards and downwards, which is a lot better than what it was before, which was really, really slow. So if we had a large hydrogen thruster, that might be better and more efficient, but I don't have a really good spot for it. So I think it's going to be good enough for now. And if I need to update it, I will have to update it somehow and make space for it, basically. So let's take a final look at the space station itself. Nice little garage port, docking port, leading right into the space station itself with its amenities and of course the big old screen LCD. Alright, and of course the best part of this space station is the view, and you have the Earth view and also the moon view. Well, it's kind of blocked by my ship now, but this is probably one of the best things or best spots of the station for this view. So we are gonna say goodbye and maybe come back here at a later time, but generally we are leaving the space here so that we can work on the next station or two. I should probably bring the attachment with me, to be honest, but I think I'm just gonna skip that and just build a new one if necessary. It's a simple build anyways. Generally, a couple pistons, drill, large container, connections, and so forth. Alright, so I think that should be it for this space station. We're gonna start probably heading towards Mars and Europa to start building a base that's similar. I think what I want to do now is kind of check out this weird little thing that I keep seeing or keep popping up, and that is this little GPS pointer that's in red that keeps popping up as Mayday. So I think it's about 8 kilometers away, so I am gonna fly there and just gonna quickly check out and see what that's all about. So it should be about 8 kilometers away downwards from my space station. So what I'm gonna do is actually just fly there quickly to see what's over there. Alright, so I think I see the GPS marker that's Mayday. And it looks like it's right in front of us there. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's quite far away. I think that's it. Hopefully not a weird looking asteroid, but it should be it. So I'm gonna fly a little closer. Hopefully not get too close. Because they might have some weapons that may just launch at me. So let's just keep going forward. It's a little hard to find these things. They blink on and off. And I think I'm pretty close enough. So I'm going to try my best not to get too close. Alright, so it looks like I'm about 1 kilometer away. It blinked really quickly. So maybe I can get just a little tiny bit closer. And maybe not go any further. So I can just always jump into it myself. So let's see how it goes from here. So the ship itself, or whatever this is, it probably is a ship, might have weapons, so I'm just gonna fly close to it and see if I get shot at. And it looks like I'm okay. Yeah, it looks like we're okay. Not getting shot at. Not sure why I don't have a reputation with this. It's a SPRT, which I am not very friendly with, so not too sure what's going on. But not much left here but a skeleton of a ship with some kind of drone. Not sure what this drone's gonna. It's probably gonna blow up in my face. Let's see what happens. So this here is the SPRT constructor, which is a welding and grinding drone or ship. Looks a little damaged. Not sure what happened to it. And I think it runs on hydrogen. Yeah, it runs on hydrogen. And I do see a reactor, so I can always scavenge for that too. But it doesn't seem like it's gonna attack me. So maybe I can strip out some of these. So I can see if there's any missiles in here. Yep, there are some missiles in here. So let's scrap that and scrap this one so we don't get attacked. In terms of this guy here, not sure if there is some kind of warhead in here, but let's take a quick look. Alright, so I'm inside of the constructor itself. Let's see what's in here. So there's a bunch of little things. Interior, cargo, nice. There's a remote control and some timing blocks, which I'm not sure what they're going to be doing. So what we can do is take out the remote block. Let's take out the antenna too. And of course the timing blocks, because that's what scares me the most. Alright, so now we have a decent drone that we can actually call our own if we wanted to. Alright, so I was hoping to salvage what I can from this drone so I can just claim it as my own, but I couldn't find one gyroscope for some reason. And when I brought my ship over, it just kind of destroyed the cockpit and the front here. And also it looks like it destroyed the hydrogen tank too. So what I probably would do is just scrap this whole thing, especially the reactor, and just put it into my large ship so that way I have more power and I could just create a new small ship, because I just realized my small ship that I used to have connected here is no longer here because I left it in the space station. So I'm gonna scrap this a little bit off camera and then start moving on over to Mars and Europa for the next space station. Alright, thank you guys for watching. There's gonna be a lot more coming ahead for the space survival adventure. I have a few ideas in mind and hopefully those come through pretty well. Of course, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and of course leave us some comments. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.